Welcome to more Guild Wars 2. We're over here near the first skill point I found, and we're going to take a little detour. This looks like the only path we can take.
If you venture further.
This is not where we need to be, but first I've got a rabbit to kill.
My adrenaline
The
is
thing
rising.
didn't stand a chance. Over here is where, this is a level 9 to 10 area. We're level 6. This little monster over here is going to nearly kill me. And we're also encountering a dynamic event. We really don't want the dynamic event, but it's a dynamic event. Now notice how some of the enemies have this purple glow around them. That plays in major part to the dynamic event. Now I'm gonna try and map navigate to where I want to be. It's not going to end well. There actually is a wall in my way, and I'm not going to notice it for the life of me. See, over here is wall. Even more wall. And, well, even more wall. Good texture work, actually, but I'm not particularly interested in staring at walls the whole time. So instead, might as well participate in this dynamic event. So we gotta talk to Froggy. And he's gonna give us saliva, some of his. Now, if you're quick, you'll notice I mentioned that the purple glow around enemies is important. That's because they're those frog villagers.
Hylic saliva can be used to transform the captives back to their true form.
And if you were listening, you could have heard
Thank
an
you for
explanation. But yeah, it's just throwing saliva on enemies. That's it. Nothing major. No major rewards. It's a dynamic event. Just renown, gold,
helping. Thank you for helping.
and that's really it. So we're just leaving that area. Wasn't anything important anyway.
The road ahead is dangerous, friend.
The way we actually have to go is around. Over here. This other road leads to where we want to go. Why I didn't notice it before? No idea. Some enemies to kill. We're making good progress on the axe mace combo. We could probably swap out the axe. In fact, we could, because skills 1 through 3 are done, and 4 and 5 are just offhand, but why would we do that? So, just a little bit more, a little bit closer, little bit of combat. These things are weak in comparison to what we are. They're a level lower than us, so they literally won't cause us any form of trouble. In fact, as you can see, we barely lose any health in just straight up killing it. There's a merchant over here.
My new invention will revolutionize the industry.
Really doesn't have anything interesting. Can do a little bit of... Well, I already did some looking, and I was just checking to see if there was anything useful.
You'll be safe on
And doing
my
some
watch.
selling. But, gotta talk to the warden. And we go in. Now, I'm under no pretense as to I have any idea what's going on here. I'm just seeing fire and explosions and people running around and things getting smacked. I actually have no idea what I'm doing. There's this thrall getting beat up. I thought I'd hop in and see if I could help out a little, but I actually have no idea what I'm doing. And it's gonna show, because we're gonna head up over here. What's up over here? Well, there's a skill point for one. And for two... yeah, I just had to throw my axe, basically, and all of a sudden I get the skill point. That was it. Now, admittingly, I came in at the end of the challenge, but there was, it probably wasn't awfully difficult to do. A small mini-boss, probably. Nothing major. And I'm going to be wandering around here trying to figure out what am I supposed to do. Well, there's some hounds over here. Well, I can't talk to that one. Maybe the big one.
You'll regret this.
And I accidentally did something stupid. I actually let my my character get a little bit corrupted here, which is why she is losing health. There's no real downside to it, just a loss of health. And I'm trying to see if I could comfort these poor recruits, but no, I'm just losing health. That's all it is. Looks like about 45 seconds of 2 damage. But we can, however, play with some puppies. And isn't that brilliant? Now that gave me a little bit, but what else can we do around here? It says defeating duelists, but I actually currently don't have any idea how to do that. I mean, they are shown to be standard NPCs. Green health bars like everything else. Well, I think I decided to try and talk to one, see if that's how we do it. And that is how we do it. And we can just straight up hit them. They're not awfully hard. Even being the same level as us, they go down easy. I don't even get to half health. And do some ferocity increasing talking to them. I think that increases the ferocity stat. I don't know if it's permanent or not. Well, this guy's in our way. Well, we want our dignity increased after getting the ferocity done, so me and this other guy are just gonna straight up kill him. That wasn't hard at all. But we want to set the captives free.
Thank you. I feel whole again.
Well, you'd better feel whole again.
Thank you. I should be fine now.
Well, the last thing we can do here, it says clear thorn barriers. That would be these over here. Apparently they keep the hounds all in there. Poor dogs. We're gonna do some helpful things to them. And that's really all it involves. After you're done, you just exit. See, someone's got a flaming sword, and I wonder how they got it. But what we did unlock is our second weapon set, and I'm going to mess up inserting my hammer into it. Hammer is, of course, the next weapon we need. After I do a quick look, it's like, oh, that equips it to the main slot. Well, we don't want that. So we just click and drag it down there. Now you can switch weapons using the tilde key. And that's exceptionally useful, as you'll see in later videos.
I'll be seeing you.
Because you can have a long-ranged weapon and a melee weapon, which for a warrior class is useful, very useful, more useful than you would know. But first we need to get over here. A quick teleport, and I need to find my way over there. It's just to the southwest of us. It's just a very short distance. You've probably seen most of this area by now. First, a jungle worm that went down very, very easily. And I swapped out for the new mace I got. It's slightly better. But what is going to happen here is I'm going to get slightly lost here. Cut that out so you wouldn't have to see me fumbling around this area in particular, figuring out how to get to the farm. But if you're quick on the noticing, this is where the initial intro thing took place with the giant plant, earth, dragon thing. Now I'm going to inspect a couple of things and discover that I actually can't do anything by myself. I spent a long time trying to figure out what to do. And all we had to do was come over here and talk to this guy, and he does something special. Unfortunately, that other player kind of spoiled it by showing that you basically become an ent. Now, I did get halfway, but that was just from killing grubs. It literally took me a long time to get to that halfway mark. Now, these little spiders, they really aren't that bad. What is bad are those little grubs that are in the ground. They breathe fire, and being a plant being, fire hurts. As you'll see shortly. A little bit of healing and smack. You gave me a basic war horn, which we really don't need. Now we use our healing ability over here, and if I wanted to use the healing ability, I would. But I'm gonna instead attack this grub and completely miss, and he decides to go after this other guy. I use the basically lasso ability, and this is when things get fun, because this thing hurts.
I can't go on for long.
Even healing, I still nearly die, and it actually takes some help from other players to keep me alive. Now we're gonna stumble upon a dynamic event. It's going to spawn in, and it's basically just fighting off two waves of a decent number of enemies. But you're gonna discover very quickly that being in tree ant form is not ideal. They nearly kill me, actually. So, other than it just being a kill-all fest, you should be able to hold off pretty nicely against this dynamic event. And I'm going to show off a bit of the hammer. I switched to that because I finished up the mace offhand, which was brilliant.
Without your support, there is no way the farm would have survived.
No, the farm would not have survived. But that's basically all. We're just going to do some map diving. That's where we want to go. That's where the next quest is. Yeah, basically just some more map questing things. So we'll see you guys next time. This is Stomping Llama, and we'll see you later. Signing out.